What you're about to watch is a special private training session for people who bought a copy of my book, Built to Serve. Enjoy. Tanya, what do we got?
Hello, twice in the day, my lucky day. Okay, so what do you do when you launch something and it goes terribly?
What do you mean it goes terrible?
Today, because I normally do lives for my company, and I have normally between like 30 and 50 people, and we don't really do like, it's organic, just, you know, people that, and I've been doing this since once, like probably 2 or 3 months ago, once Sam suggested you should go live every week, and I started doing it, and it has been working well, more appointments, really nicely. So I started thinking, okay, let's do something else, something different. So I proposed we should do a workshop, a paid workshop, to have people who's only interested in actually, doing the registration in the programs we have. And I said, well, we should do like a very low fee just to have the commitment and kind of like to test the market, which is something that we have also talked in these meetings. So I did that, and I was, I had a conversation with one of the colleges here in Canada, with Seneca College, which is fairly big. Yep. And they even gave us some budget to do the promotion and all. So we used the budget and everything. So we had people asking, we had people, lots of likes, lots of hearts and all that, but it's a little bit embarrassing, but just one actually payment came through, just one.
Okay.
Just one, and it's today.
Okay. So, and it's coming up, or it hasn't happened yet?
It's today. Yeah, today at 7 p.m. So
oh, good. So listen, this is great. Like, one is worse than zero, right? It's better like if nobody shows up, because then you don't have to do anything, right? But one person shows up, and then it's like one person. You lean into it, right? Like you lean. First off, is there anybody who you're afraid of disappointing, right? Obviously, we're afraid of disappointing the one person who paid for the thing, because we need to give them value. Are we afraid that like Seneca is going to be upset that we didn't get more people? Or is there anybody besides the one person that you're afraid of disappointing?
Yeah, like it was probably, the rest of directors in the firm were not that happy, in the sense that, I kind of like promoted this, and instead of doing what we regularly do. And, they were not that happy, but at the end, it's not the end of the world. The worst part would be the person who paid, but it's just one. So I don't have a problem. I'll have the consultation with him, a free consultation, and that will pay whatever he paid, because it was just $10. It was just a very little fee just to get those who are really interested. So that's not, it's more like, what should I don't think it's gonna be a good idea, even if we have a couple more registrations. I don't think it's a good idea to do the workshop. Maybe, I don't know if it's better just to meet with them one-on-one, or maybe should I go and do the workshop and kind of like swallow the bad moments, like with 3 people there. And of course I have to explain Seneca College that this didn't work. The market I work with, it's very tough in that sense of paying. So, and this was a test.
Yeah.
So, it didn't work. So I kind of like, that moment, that what should I do now?
You make a list of anybody who you're afraid of, like the judgments, and then we attack the list. So if your directors at your firm are upset, you can handle that. Like, how to talk to them. Like, it's a test, guys. We need to test. We can't just keep doing the same thing. And instead of me spending my time doing personal stuff, I'm spending time on this. Like, this is an attempt, right? So we can handle them. Seneca, if you're worried that you spent their money and it didn't get a result, well, what else could we do to deliver value for them, build the relationship, right? It's just like, there's lots of things that you could do that even are outside of this one advertising mistake, air quotes, that you can just bring value to that relationship. Like if I went and I totally bombed on Brendan wants me to speak at his event next month, right? If I go up stage and like forget what I'm going to say and just totally bomb, cool. I can make it up to him. Like if something happened and I sucked on stage, I could make it up. I would find a way to make it up to bring incredible value to him and his team. So you can make it up to the people at Seneca. To the one person, you just go and crush and give them tons of value, right? I mean, you can even lean into it. It's like, hey, this was a test for us. You're the person who took action. I love you. Like, let's go. And you just, again, you focus on who you have instead of who you don't. If I look at this, like, how many people do we have live here? Why, if it was one person, if it was you, me, and Zen, we would still do this and we'd have a good time helping. We've got, I don't know, 12 people. If it was 100 people, like we'd still, it doesn't, like, you can make the decision whether you keep going or not, but you can bring tons of value to that one person. So that helps alleviate everything because you can make it up to everybody. You can bring value to everybody and nobody's going to be pissed at you after today, right? Cool. The next thing to pay attention to is, did you love the thing? Like my first speaking gig in Toronto was at the YMCA for free and 3 people showed up. After I promoted it and they promoted it for free in a giant room, I show up at this giant like auditorium and there's 3 people who are there. And like, oh my gosh, what is this? I feel like the biggest failure of all time. And I decided, well, I already did my presentation. Like I already prepared so much. And I was so nervous because it was one of my first presentations. And I just went and did it and it was amazing. It's like, I have to keep going. And logically, it doesn't make any sense. Like if I promoted it and nobody showed up and the YMCA promoted it to their members and nobody, 3 people showed up, how am I ever going to make this? This is not a business. This is stupid. But I loved it. And so I kept doing it and I found a way, right? So more important than did this work? Do workshops work? Absolutely. So something in the mechanics of it didn't work. Something in the marketing and the promotion of it didn't work. Something in the copy didn't work. Something in the video didn't work, or the advertising was spent incorrectly. Like there's many things that probably didn't work. That doesn't mean that the project is dead because workshops work. It's more, you do it with this one person and you see, did I love this? And if you love helping them, then you have one now and you try to fix the marketing for next time. And then you have 3 or 5 or 7 or 10 or 20 or 100, like it just keeps building. But the test isn't, did it work or not? Because nothing works the first time. Like the chances of something working the first time. I was talking to the president of Shopify, right? You guys know Shopify, like you build your website and sell. So he was saying that all of the, if you combine all the Shopify stores together and it counted as one store, they'd be the second largest store in the world after Amazon. Crazy. And what he said was almost everybody who's had success on Shopify, if you look at the people who like sold $1 million plus through Shopify, it was like their 3rd or 4th store on Shopify. Like they had tried Shopify before and it didn't work out. Right? So like, but kept going, started another store, where the biggest mistake is starting one store. It doesn't work. Oh, I guess it's not for me. And then you quit. And that's the story of almost every entrepreneur. It's like they struggled and they failed and they sucked at the beginning and they just kept going. So it definitely can work. For sure. Workshops work, advertising work. It works. You just didn't execute it. Great. Cool. Expect to suck and not execute great at the beginning. It's fine. You go and deliver for this person. Did you love it? Was it fun? Could you imagine 5, 10, 100 people there and it being fun? Yes. Then you keep going. No, then you stop, So, but that's much more of a heart decision because your head can figure it out with enough repetition.
Thank you.
Does that help? I went on a little speech there, but I got excited. It's so exciting because like I can now say, I felt like the biggest loser of all time when I was at the YMCA doing that event. Like I felt like I wanted to go and hide. Like, I can't believe I'm such a failure. This is ridiculous. Plus, I pinned my whole career now. Like, this is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. I'm so excited. Like, oh, I can't do this. Like, this is not going to work. So it's this giant failure moment. But I'm so excited that happened because now I can share that story, right? People will be inspired in 5 years, 10 years by your success. They can say, guys, when I started, I got one person. It was $10 and only one person showed up. Great. I felt like the biggest loser. But I kept going. And here's what happened. Right. If you're perfect at the beginning, then it's actually not inspiring to other people.
Yeah.
So just go and like, just give love to this person, go crush it for them, and then see if you liked it. And if you loved it, then keep doing it. And if not, you move on to something else.
Yes. I'll have an inspiring speech after tonight.
There you go. I love it. And listen, whenever I'm afraid to do something, that'll be one of the things, because I'm afraid of disappointing people. So when I'm afraid of doing something, I will ask myself, like, can I make it up? If I screw this up, can I make it up to people? And the answer is like, I can always find a way to make it up to people. So cool, let's do it. Like when my tour got canceled, my 2020 tour, when did I break my neck? 2020? 2019, I broke my neck. We did it. So 2020, I was doing another tour and we had sold tickets across America, like 22 cities. We were promoting, spending money, advertising, pitching, selling tickets to, and I'm about to go cross the border and speak in wherever, like Buffalo or whatever, at my first speaking gig, and I get denied at the border, and it shuts down the whole trip. And so now we have to. It's like all these people who bought tickets to come see me, and now I can't do any of them because I got stopped at the border. And so like panic mode right away, like, oh my gosh, this is the most terrible thing of all time. I feel bad for the two people who, my camera guy and my driver, who was Jeremy at the time, were coming along and they got stopped. They planned for this. But like, okay, I can make it up to Jeremy. I can make it up to Jeremy and Ray, who are coming with me. I'm going to take him to the Keg, which is a kind of fancy steakhouse here in Canada, and just tell them, get whatever you want. Just, it's on me. Buy the fanciest steak, whatever you want. It's on me because I feel guilty for like, you committed 3 months of your life to come with me and now it's all over. And they were fine. And I told them I felt guilty. Like, no, this is great. No worries. And then it's all the people who bought tickets to my event. Like, I can make it up to them. Can I make it up to them? Yes. I like a personal message to everybody, obviously a refund, but like a refund for me isn't enough. So it's a personal message to everybody. I think we even offered like a call, like a call with me if they have bought the ticket within a certain amount of time or something. So like, you can always make it up to people, and if people know your heart and your care and your, like, the intention behind this, they're pretty forgiving. Like if you make a mistake and you own up to it and you try to make it better, it often leads to just amazing relationships as well. Honestly, one of my biggest regrets in thinking about this, like, save the name, email, phone number, contact information of this one person, so that in 5 years or 10 years, we can like do an IG live with them or something. It's like, you were the one person, only one person. It's like, I don't know who the 3 people were. That would be the best thing of all time. Like, who are the 3 people who came to my first thing? Being able to have them on now and say, you were there at the YMCA, right? I wish I had kind of kept in touch. So yeah, if you have their contact info, that could be a cool. Now we're turning into something much bigger, but
yeah,
anyway.
I even have his credit card information.
Well, there you go. But like,
$10.
Build a relationship. Honestly, like, follow them on social if they have it. Like, build like, if you love doing it and it becomes something, man, that first person to be able to say only one person showed up and we're still in touch and here's what they're doing, and show the success that you're able to help them with. Yeah, I wish I was smart enough to think about that when I was first getting started with those 3 people. I want to know. I don't remember them. I was so nervous and so scared and so feeling like a loser. I can't even see their faces, the 3 people who showed up. So, yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Thank you. Yeah, I think what you helped me here is to process how I'm going to deal with it and to find ways to bring value to each of the parts involved, because I'm not afraid of, falling down and hit the floor. It had happened before, and I know that I can, stand up again. I know that. So yeah, it was kind of like very disappointing to listen that there was just one registration.
Yeah.
But I can survive that. But yes, I was concerned about all the other parties, that are involved in this. But I think that I can make up for them, and yeah, I'll definitely find a way to. And you gave me with the process of thinking that. So thank you so much.
There we go. Well, that's why community is so important. If you want to get a copy of Built to Serve and join us live for our next training with me to ask your questions, you can go get the book right there next to me, right there. I'll see you there. I'll see you to get the book. It's a good one. Much love.